So we're going to cut this in a minute and just show you the process of stripping back the fiber, cleaning the fiber.
The first Tribal Broadband Bootcamp focused solely on wireless networks in 2021. The 8th was hosted in the summer of 2023 by Mohawk Networks with a focus on both fiber optic and wireless networks. Each bootcamp brought people together, working on solutions to obtaining better internet access in Indian country. We demystify technology and share strategies with people ranging from industry veterans to people just starting their journey in broadband services.
Broadband is incredibly important to the Colville tribes, and I think Indian country specifically, because it allows us to maintain the pace of what is going on globally. It allows us to begin to expand our understanding of how we can actually utilize it as a tool for cultural retention, language retention, and expansion of our identity, and actually being able to reinforce that identity in a 21st century context.
I think it's important because internet is like a human right, and that's what we look at it, and that's what we always say for our project. Internet should be for everyone.
It is important for education. It's important for public safety. It's important for those of our those members of our community who work from anywhere, maybe virtual working, virtual school, telemedicine. From a healthcare perspective, it is absolutely critical. Not to mention all of our children and our future generations that are going to require connectivity. E-commerce is something that we have. I think our community has grown tremendously over the past few years in terms of the number of small businesses that we've seen thrive, that we've seen go from being able to have pop-up shops to now fully expanded e-commerce opportunities for our local artisan. And I think that without access to broadband, those things become much more difficult.
COVID showed us that we really need internet, and with all the virtual meetings and now we're transitioning over to telehealth and things. That's kind of the way that everything's going. We just recently built our own tribal low-income restricted housing, and so we have the obligation to try and provide them with affordable internet connectivity. And so that's what we're trying to do, is give them the best service, but at a comparable rate that they can afford to provide access to them. We're in the process of developing a child development center. We'll want robust capacity on the broadband and internet Wi-Fi there, as well as the other anchor institutions and cultural facilities.
The pandemic was very illustrative on how much broadband is needed to survive when you are cut off from society. Well, tribes feel that on a daily basis, being on reservations that don't have resources. So it's absolutely important. And the pandemic just then, amplified that. So it's our goal to make sure that tribes have access to broadband and they have control of their own communications.
It's really awesome to be able to have the opportunity to learn and to learn all the technical stuff and so stuff that I didn't know about before. So I really gained a lot of knowledge from this.
The training that they put together seems to be very comprehensive. I would absolutely recommend anybody that is, where we're at, just coming into it, try to make it to one of the boot camps. It's very comprehensive, and they go over pretty much everything that you need to know to at least feel comfortable in the discussions as you move forward through the process of executing grants and things towards building out your infrastructure. They've assembled a great team of people that are very knowledgeable. Haven't heard anyone stump them on questions. They seem to, be well-rounded. They have somebody that can actually speak to kind of every different facet of between building it out, engineering it, network engineering and infrastructure. So they have a comprehensive group of trainers.
I would 100% recommend coming to the Tribal Broadband Bootcamp. It's also just a sense of community when you come in here and you're just making friends and making those connections. And so from all over, from Canada and the States. And so it's really a good opportunity and you just get to learn a lot.
I came here for fiber optics, but I'm learning a lot more than I anticipated on, which is amazing. I'm learning about digital equity, and that's been helping a lot for understanding how far behind our community is and how I can help by getting us, ahead in times. I would recommend it because you learn so much about technology and why you need it in your community to benefit the community itself. Yeah, it's really helpful.
The Tribal Broadband Bootcamps have gone through an evolution from what I've seen. We don't have non-natives in front of the room speaking at us about the importance of broadband. It's now we see Native Americans, examples from our own communities, sharing these stories about how broadband has changed their lives. And so the boot camp is something I'd recommend since it's gone through that evolution.
Being able to learn from each other couldn't be more important. And I think especially when you're talking about Indigenous communities coming together and looking at means of technical expertise, sharing that knowledge and sharing the opportunities to be able to network with other Indigenous communities, and that we are all learning together how to do a better job moving forward for our communities and being able to provide the level of connectivity that our homes and our businesses, our anchor institutions, that our communities require in the future is very important.